My name is Thelma, and I'm a teaching artist in Playwrights Project's Out of the Yard program.
Hi, I'm Shawn Khalifa. I was a participant in the Playwrights Project Out of the Yard program.
In our previous lesson, Shawn and I brainstormed ideas for what could go into scene 1 of a 3-scene play. In this lesson, we're going to talk about what goes into scene 2. In scene 2, the main character takes action to get the intangible want. The main character tries different tactics and the stakes are raised. Raising the stakes increases the conflict and shows how important the intangible want is to the main character. We examine what happens if the main character fails in getting the want. Remember, this is all about the process of exploring ideas. There are no right or wrong answers. In my play sample idea, my main character is named Frank. He's a 50-year-old grumpy letter carrier who dreams of becoming an opera singer. Frank is going to try the tactic in scene 2 of practicing his singing while he's at work. I'm going to raise the stakes by introducing a new character. Mrs. Adams is even grumpier than Frank is. She's a widow and she loves to complain. She complains about the way Frank delivers the mail, and she hears him singing and she tells him to stop. I'm going to raise the stakes even more by having Mrs. Adams tell Frank that her son is the mayor, and she's going to call him and tell him to get Frank fired. At the end of scene 2, Frank is going to take a stand. In song, he's going to tell Mrs. Adams that he's not going to hide his dream to be an opera singer anymore, and he's going to keep singing, even if it means losing his job. Shawn, what about you? Please review for us your idea for scene 1 and let us know how your main character takes action to get the want.
Yeah, thank you. My main character to review scene 1 is, his name is Rock, and Rock's description, he is 10,000 years old. He has a large boulder, a round boulder with a dent in him, and he works as a security guard in front of a liquor store. So his intangible want was to go back 2,000 years to guard the castle that he once guarded. The conflict in his life is that castle was destroyed and was replaced with a liquor store. And another character in my scene 1 was Daphne, a blade of grass. So Rock, how does Rock go about taking action? So Rock decides to move on from his role as security guard at the liquor store and to find something more meaningful. So Rock plans, and Rock has this knowledge already, just this ancient wisdom that whenever the floods come, Rock can be swept away. And it's Rock's choice. All he has to do is give himself a nudge, and then he can move on down the way. And he'll look and seek for another castle, one that's worthy the guard and not the liquor store. Rock has a problem because when the rains come, Rock's not able to move. So the action that Rock wanted to take has now been altered drastically because Rock finds himself in a position where he's not able to move.
That sounds like a great conflict for your main character. I'm going to challenge you though, Shawn. How can you raise the stakes even more?
That's interesting. So how can I raise the stakes even more for Rock? Well, now that Rock is unable to move and anxious about its future because it can't move on, Daphne, our friend, which is Rock's friend, a young blade of grass, informs Rock that the liquor store plans to install security cameras. So Rock's services are no longer going to be needed. And that the liquor store owner has hired a construction company to come bring a jackhammer to Rock and turn them into little pebbles and mix them in to gravel to use in front of the liquor store. So now things are pretty dire for our Rock.
Oh no! That is a terrible position for Rock to be in. You certainly did raise the stakes for Rock. I'm eager to see what will happen in scene 3. Now we're going to watch an example of the scene 2 from the play that Shawn wrote called BeeLeaf. It was produced in April 2019 by Playwrights Project and San Diego State University. In this scene, Bee, who is the main character, goes after her want to become a queen bee. Look what tactics she uses and see how successful she is in getting her want in this scene.
Where have you been? Flowers are not pollinating themselves.
I'm at White's leaf. This leaf told me that we bees are not the only conscious beings in the universe, as you have said, but we are just a part of a collectively conscious universe. Oh, Great Queen, is this true?
Worker drone bees do not question consciousness. There's clearly something inside of you that has awakened. Please enlighten me.
I believe that I am a queen.
Oh, poor little worker drone bee, you're confused. This must be the work of jealous leaf, hoping to bring down the hive with dissension. Where's the white leaf that you have spoken of?
Leaf lives on the street below our hive. Did you know that not one of our kind has visited Leaf before, and that he has been there watching us come and go this entire time?
Guards, please find this wisely and bring this stamp to me.
No, are you mad? Leaf has caused us no harm. You must call the guards off. Leaf is my friend and was only trying to help me.
I will do no such thing. Guards, please find this wisely and bring this stamp to me at once. As you get back to work, or I will have your standard removed.
That was tense. Bee took action directly in scene 2. She used the tactic of going to the source, to the leader of the hive, Queen Bee, and she shared what she learned from Leaf. Shawn, you really raised the stakes, though, with this powerful character of Queen Bee. She is destructive, and she won't put up with anyone questioning her ways. She could have just dismissed Bee, but instead, she took the bold choice of saying that Leaf should be destroyed. No one is allowed to question her authority. Shawn, what was your inspiration for this character?
There's a saying that a lot of us are familiar with, that absolute power corrupts absolutely. And that's where I drew most of my inspiration for Queen Bee from. At some point, Queen Bee lost her empathy, and we don't know if she'll ever get it back.
I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in scene 3 of BeeLeaf. And now it's your turn, for all that the playwrights out there, to think about what you are going to do with your scene 2s. What action can your main character take to achieve the intangible want? How can you raise the stakes to increase the conflict? What tactics can your main character use to achieve this want? Think about the consequences if your main character fails. Share your ideas with others and enjoy the process. Thanks for sharing your play with us, Shawn.
You are very welcome. Take care, everybody, and thank you for writing with the Playwrights Project. I am really excited to see what you produce. This is an amazing experience as a playwright to go through, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. I hope you enjoy the journey, and thank you.